Listen, I'm not a prude. I'm not a freak either, but certainly I'm no prude. But I'm also someone who's reasonable and logical in most of the decisions I make as a person and as a professional. With that, I question whether Beau DeMayo has a similar sense of reason or logic. It seems Beau was fired for a ridiculous reason and a very valid one as well. According to Fandom Wire, and take that for what it's worth, DeMayo, the much celebrated, openly gay black lead writer for the upcoming X-Men 97 animated show on D+, was fired from Marvel because he has an OnlyFans account. Now, according to reports, this account is not of an explicit nature. Therefore, what a stupid reason to fire anyone for doing anything on their own personal time. But that's not how the world works, and anybody who thinks it should work that way is just as stupid. OnlyFans is synonymous with explicit content. There is no arguing that point. It is the generational digital truck stop for getting whatever kicks you want out of whatever fetish you have. And I'm okay with that. Except I'm not Disney. I'm not a company that is primarily marketed towards children. I'm not a company who's been embroiled in controversy ever since it started a cultural war with Florida over the Parents' Rights Bill, ever since it was exposed for having a not-so-secret hidden grooming agenda, ever since it employed men to dress as princesses in their parks, and ever since it began to lose billions of dollars because of its social messaging and its content. So yes, it makes total sense that Disney would show DeMayo the door. To give you a more applicable example, I used to work for Apple. One day an employee of mine made a public comment about Tim Cook, the CEO, about Apple's marketing towards the LGBTQ community. After a short HR session with the employee, I was asked to show him the door. Was the employee's opinion wrong? It doesn't matter. He worked for Apple. And when you work for a brand like Apple or like Disney, you have the responsibility both on the clock and off the clock to represent that brand in a respectful and supportive manner. I couldn't just show up to work and talk to customers about Samsung phones. Of course not. The same logic applies here. Disney is a brand in decline, and anything pulling down that brand in the eyes of the consumer will be discarded like yesterday's garbage. It's just the way the world works. Is it fair? Who cares? Fair does not exist in these times. Only image and reputation. And Disney is a brand that cannot afford anything more to disrupt its brand, even a gay black man having a side hustle on OnlyFans. Is this the beginning of Disney publicly making a statement about moving more towards the center of social and political ideology? Was Beau DeMayo a sacrificial lamb? Did the board of directors and investors in Disney finally tell Bob Iger enough is enough? I think it's too early to tell that. What I do know is that it sucks to see anyone lose their job. And if this is the beginning of something more, then the activist creators inside the House of Mouse better start punching up their resumes. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Do you think DeMayo deserved to be fired or not? And are you looking forward to the X-Men 97 animated series, and do you think it'll be as good as the original? I'll be reviewing it on my channel the day it comes out, March 20th, and check out my other posts on movies, games, and comics. As always, I'm still your reluctant gringo and from south of the border. Salud, and a huevo.